I got a very good question, and this is something a lot of people face, and I don't think we've ever covered on the show, so I'm glad that this gentleman wrote in. His name is Bill. He said, I'm going through the very difficult time right now. Two of my homes are going into foreclosure, one in Fort Myers and one in South Carolina. Are the foreclosure laws the same in both states, and how do I deal with this? The answer is, I don't know what the foreclosure laws are in South Carolina because I'm not licensed to practice law there. Every state has different laws when it comes to foreclosure. Now, some may be similar. Florida's may be similar to Iowa's, but I don't know what South Carolina's are. I know Florida has what's called judicial foreclosure. In order for a lender to take your property, they have to file a lawsuit. They have to go through the proper procedures to get the home back. South Carolina may be foreclosure through judicial process, maybe a non-judicial foreclosure state. I don't know, but I would definitely advise you to do a little research, contact an attorney up there in South Carolina, and see what the foreclosure laws are, because you may be entitled to fight the foreclosure up there. You may not want to fight the foreclosure. You may want to do something else. There might be other defenses up there that I'm not aware of, but you definitely want to do your homework on that. The big question, though, is do you want to save it or do you want to walk away from it? And that's really a question I ask a lot of people, because is it a good financial investment at this point in time in your life to keep both properties? 5 years ago, it may have been one heck of a deal to buy the property in South Carolina and use it as a rental home and generate some income, pay the mortgage. And again, that decision 5 years ago may have been great at the time, but now it may not be the best interest for you. And like I said, if you're going through difficult times right now, hopefully you are working and you can save one of the homes, at least move into one of them. And I've had a lot of people in this situation I've talked to, and they say, Carmen, the house in Florida is just not worth keeping. I'm going to move to Tennessee. I'm going to move to Iowa. I'm going to move to Texas. And I can't blame them for making the decision that's right for their family right now. So at that point in time, we have to discuss whether or not filing bankruptcy before they go, whether they should wait and file when they get to where their destination is. And we really get into those issues, which are pretty significant for them. And then ultimately, hopefully, things turn around for them in the state that they're going to, because I've talked to a lot of people who are moving to North Dakota, and you would think like yourself, North Dakota, who wants to move to North Dakota? Well, right now, employment up there is going through the roof, and there's a lot of mining or whatever kind of business they've got going on up there, but it's booming. I can't blame somebody for going to work there. I talked to a young lady whose husband went there. He's been there for a year making great money, and he's going to move the family up there. So we talked about what the issues they're going to have to face if they decide to move up there and what's going to happen then. And they decided to move up to North Dakota. Good for them. I look at it and say, home is where the heart is. And whatever you find happy, it could be Florida, it could be North Carolina, it could be New Jersey for all that matter.